South Korean markets were hammered, driven by COVID-19 fears. For the first time in history, the circuit breaker and sidecar trade curbs took effect for both the main and the secondary indexes on the same day. Yoon Jungmin has our top story.
After global stocks were rattled overnight by the COVID-19 pandemic, the benchmark KOSPI lost some 3.4% on Friday to finish at around 1,771. The KOSPI collapsed below the 1,700 mark soon after the opening, but later recovered. The circuit breaker was activated at around 10:43 a.m. on the KOSPI market for the first time since the 9/11 shock in 2001. Trading on the KOSPI was halted for 20 minutes following a previous 5-minute suspension right after the opening.
The reason why it recovered is that, number one, U.S. futures market did rebounded based on many reasons. The second reason is because of domestically the national pension bought as much as 300 billion won worth of Korean equities.
The KOSDAQ plunged about 7% to close at 524 on Friday. Shortly after the market opening, trading on the KOSDAQ was suspended for 20 minutes, which hasn't happened since February 2016. It was also the first time in history that the circuit breaker was activated on both the KOSPI and the KOSDAQ on the same day. Trading on the KOSDAQ was halted again later for 5 minutes. The KOSDAQ fell down below the 500 mark during the session, but picked up later. South Korean markets saw panic selling during the session on Friday. Investors' eyes are now on next week's market opening. Wall Street saw another historic drop on Thursday. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plummeted almost 10% to finish at around 21,200. It was actually the biggest one-day percentage drop on Wall Street since 1987. The S&P 500 and the Nasdaq both plunged more than 9%. Shortly after opening, trading was halted for 15 minutes as the S&P 500 fell below 7%.
The market recovery depends on how well the outbreak is controlled in countries like the U.S. and how strongly they carry out fiscal policies.
Major stock markets in Europe also have been hit hard on Thursday after President Trump announced travel restrictions to the U.S. from Europe. Yoon Jungmin, Arirang News.